Right. Should I say my opinion of this fight before we check Nexus mods or after? I'm gonna check Nexus mods first. Just for funsies. Remove Pampas Grass, remove Scarlet Hat. Let's see. And there's a mod for Scarlet Hat removal. Okay, so this fight, actually let's make sure that this actually does what I think it does. Wait, what? What? Wait, there's a picture on this mod that shows Scarlet without the hat, but it says that it actually only removes the hat from the Nano Suite hairstyle that you can get after. You know what I just noticed, by the way? It's not just the hat or even the grass. Her color palette is also exactly almost the same with her hair, her skin, and her fucking garment as the Pampas grass is. So even if you take the hat off, the eye is not gonna be able to immediately recognize where she is standing after an attack when she like dashes or an explosion happens or you know, something like that. So like okay, well, actually this makes it easier, right? You know, let's do it. Okay, so far out of all of these, like just as a thought experiment, which one of these fights would I most likely or would I most want to fight again out of all of these? And to that I think I would probably say Takim. What would I want to fight least again? Scarlet. And that's a hands down. Second one is probably from the least want to fight. Is Gigas. Any version of Gigas. Where is it? This thing. Either one, the Wasteland version or 8 of 7, doesn't matter. And then, what is the second favorite fight in terms of what I would want from all of these to fight again? And that one is also quite easy. Stalker. And then probably Behemoth or maybe Abaddon. And then Juggernaut also somewhere there. Yeah, this is a great example of how to make a fight that is actually mechanically very fun and then ruin it with basically just like features in the fight that just make it worse. Horrible, absolutely horrendous camera angle that literally like any other fight in the game does not have as horrible camera angle as here, unless the PC version of the game ruined even like the say like the Raven fight, where I never used to have this problem, where when I lock on Raven and then I switch to the pod railgun or the drone railgun, you're always, or I was always on the PS5 level when I was aiming into Raven. Now I'm very strongly hoping that the reason as to why that works like that is not because of the hard aim of this setting, and I'm hoping that that is because of the camera angle in this specific fight. However, the only way that I can know this for sure is by, you know, getting to the Raven fight. Because it was only, and I would imagine that it's only an issue when I'm fighting somebody that is the same size as the player character, I think. It doesn't happen with literally any other boss so far, the same issue. So I have to always manually adjust the aim upwards very slowly in between swapping the ammo, which is fucking horrible. It was maybe the second worst thing in that fight. Now, the worst thing in that fight was the Pampas grass. You cannot fucking see immediately, even if you don't have exactly a perfect visual on where she is standing, after I used like the ammo on the drone railgun, or after I shoot her, or after she dashes off the screen. I can't easily just look at the direction and be like, that's where she's standing. Like when I can with Raven, you know? And then her posture makes it even worse, because she's always posturing, like always like bent toward you like this, you know? So like, that alone makes it also difficult, because her profile is also shorter from the ground on top of that. And then, when she's angled like this, her hat here is covering the entire front torso view. And at points, it's even covering like most of her body, including her arms too. So like, I think the devs, they tried to like make a protrusion on the side of Scarlet where her sword arm was usually, where you could see the sheath of her sword, like from the side of the hat. That's something I noticed that they tried to do, and they somehow tried to, you know, make it clear with that whenever she was gonna start an attack. But it's just not clear enough at all. Like, the devs seemingly had noticed the issue, and then by the time that they noticed it might be too much, then, you know, they came up with a solution for it that didn't work. But yeah, if we put her without the hat in the Raven arena of the game, or just anywhere where there's not fucking Pampas grass and clear visibility, I would have liked this fight a lot. Because her moves are actually, like, if you can see what she does, her moves are nice. So it's incredible injustice how shit this fight felt to fucking play. Just because of reasons that don't necessarily have to do with the mechanics of the fight itself, you know? It is so bad. Like, why do they have to ruin such a nice fight by doing that? Also, I never said that she was the worst fight in the game. I'm pretty sure I want to make that clear. I never said that I said she was the worst fight in the game. I always said that she is the fight in the game I want to fight the least ever again, for the reasons that I just mentioned. And that alone could make something, you know, the worst, depending on... And for me, that probably makes it the worst, because of that reason. But technically, she is not the worst fight in the game. Dear God, I need to wash my mouth from that shit. Well, I kind of already did. Let's hope that I don't keep being tilted, though. I should maybe take a vacation off the game, though, I think. I really wanted to, you know, complete it today, this cycle.
Nobody roams these lands.
But after that shit, I'm not sure if my mental can take it.
Not even Lily.
You're right.
Shall we get going then?
They can't ruin the Captain Man fight that badly, though. Like, surely we're gonna fight him. Obviously, they spoiled that long time ago. I did not know that we were gonna fight Scarlet, though. Until, you know, she made it very obvious in the game on, you know, the DLC questline when we gave her the last item back and, you know, bought all of the stuff from Vault. Like, on that point, I was like, wait, so we actually maybe fight her? And then, you know, the posting popped up. So that's something I wasn't spoiled on. But, you know... See, the orbital elevator still looks the same from here.
Are you saying that's where the Alpha Core is? Adam, are you listening to me?
Oh, sorry. I got a message from Zion.
Is everything all right?
Something serious seems to have happened. I have to return to Zion.
What? But we've come this far. Okay, I'll go on alone. If I were to go back to Zion now...
You know,
there's
it's
no way to
bad
know
when
how
I'm not
things will
even
change.
amused by looking at her breasts anymore.
Eve.
This is really serious now.
Drop me off, then head back to Zion. It's fine. I can do this alone.
Very demanding.
Wait. I think I have a really great idea. You could leave the drone operation to me. Adam can take the hoverbike back to Zion while I operate. A perfect plan, right?
Lily, not just anyone is able to operate drones. You need a wide field of view, the ability to make smart decisions fast, and
the
I think
stabilizer,
Adam
scanner, and link
literally
sensors
stated
do
like
all
two
the
things
work
that
for
I
you.
needed in the Scarlet fight.
how did you...
I figured it all out while modifying the railgun. Went for some test drives too.
It still doesn't compare to the knowledge you gain from real experience. Do you agree with Lily's idea, Eve?
Adam, you can trust us. Go.
Okay. Fine. You win. Don't overdo anything while I'm gone. I'm looking at you, Lily.
Yeah, look at her here. Dude, she has that fucking smirk on her face, and then she keeps... Then she uses her left arm to touch her hair after. Like, she's so fucking guilty, man. What do you mean? Like, she's literally intentionally giving signs that she's gonna do something stupid. That might be video game logic, to be fair, though. Maybe the devs were like, let's be a bit quirky here. Maybe that's not actually, what she's doing for, Adam's sake, I suppose. Or the message to Adam, signal to Adam how she feels. Right, the orbit elevator once again, it looks literally still nothing like the version of the orbit elevator that we see when we get on the bottom of that building, the base of it. The base of that building looks nothing like from what we see from here.